Welcome to this week's Rubber Run Sports Show.
Shot on location at South County High School.
Hi, I'm Jess Mulaney.
I'm Emily Sullivan.
I'm Maddie Burchard.
I'm Shirley Miranda.
I'm Kristen Rabel.
I'm Rachel Robinson.
And I'm Gabby Salisbury. And we're the 2017 South County Girls Lacrosse team.
For the intro, ladies, we'll talk a lot more about them as we move forward.
Absolutely. I will say Jess Mulaney is my favorite person, mainly because she told my hair looked good.
Yeah. Well, welcome again to the show. John Moore, Rob G, and Papa. We're at the end of the season already. It's crazy.
It is crazy, man.
Well, the end of the regular season.
It's sad, too, because the more and more you get, the season goes on,
yeah,
the more and more I like it. You know
what? They need we got to figure out a way to build up spring sports going into next season. There's obviously so much build up behind football. It's the start of the school year and all that stuff. And then basketball, I mean, there's that too. I think it kind of coincides with some of the professional sports going on at the same time. So you're hearing about it more. So you don't hear much about professional lacrosse or soccer or anything like that.
No, but I'll tell you, if people pack the stands for a football game in the fall.
Right.
The lacrosse game is just as exciting. Just as fun. You pack a house at a lacrosse game, it's going to be a great atmosphere.
It is really good atmosphere.
It's awesome, man.
Well, we started off with some good atmosphere. I was at Patriot High School. It was senior night.
Yeah.
Battlefield, crosstown rival in town.
Hey, always a good rivalry.
Good atmosphere.
Always.
It wasn't packed like a football game, but I tell you what, it was one of the.
Hey, nothing was packed like that football game. No.
This Ben Hill Road is just shut down.
Yeah, man.
Shut down.
Yeah.
Look, we've talked a lot, and we talked a little bit off camera about this. We talked a lot about the teams that we've really highlighted, and they deserved it. Robinson, Oakton beating Robinson, and then Stonebridge, Briarwoods might be the best team in the state. We'll see, right?
Yeah.
Patriot.
They're really good.
I don't know how you quietly get to 14-0, but
I think they wanted. Yeah, I think they wanted that quietly because I talked to Coach before the season started.
Yeah.
And I think they all, him and the team, knew they had something going. They didn't want to throw it off. So we wanted to get them on the show before. They've been a little.
They've been. I think they're in their own zone, which is great. So I mean, you're 14-0. You don't want to disturb the process.
No, don't let me muck it up for you. I said muck. I said muck.
I got it. Right, yeah. You're going to be on the Stephen Colbert FCC firing squad here shortly.
Basically, if I do it, I'm gonna get my money's worth.
This game started off. It was 2-1 after one, and it looked like, Battlefields, they're going to come out and compete. Yeah. But they're not on the same level as Patriot this year. But again, anytime you get that crosstown rivalry, these kids all know each other. Right. There's a lot of jaw jacking going on. I mean, it was good. I'm going to tell you why I like Patriot so much. This may be the most physical team I've seen play this year. Now, I know they're trying to curb a lot of the hitting.
Patriots not trying to curb
it. No, they are curb stomping. there is some brutal hits going. I loved it.
I did too when I saw it. When you went to the game, I looked at it afterwards and I was like, why'd they just chuck number 3 across the field?
There's some vicious hitting going on. But they're intense. From their opening, when they come out, 2 Patriot flags, they're really intense. I like that. You get a real, football feel from the intensity level from the players and trickles down to the coaches as well. It was 2-1 after one. It was 3-2 at halftime. And you're watching the game, you're like, whoa, it's just one of those games. Yeah. On paper, Patriot runs away from them, and when they play the game, it's really close. But third period, Anthony Rigney. Dude, this kid he's
got a cannon.
A cannon.
Yeah.
He took over the game. At one point, I was tweeting out Endgame, and I was like, wait, I think Anthony Rigney has scored more points in Battlefield because he had up to that point.
And he doesn't like a close shot.
No.
He wants to get as far away as he can and then just rip it.
Oh, yeah, accurate. Shout out to the Battlefield goalie. I don't have his name in front of me, but they could have lost that game 20-3.
Yeah.
And he made a lot of great saves. Battlefield was very competitive in the game, but 9-3 was the final. Patriot 14-0 going into the playoffs. And those 6A schools, Patriot's the one that I think just crept up on everybody.
Well, you know what? I had somebody from another school tell me before the season started. They were like, "Watch out, Patriot may win the state title this year." And I mean, I should have just said I thought that. That would have looked like a genius here, but not so much.
We need a all guts award.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. Kyle Gunther, the senior, has been playing with a torn ACL since the opener against Colgan.
Are you serious?
Having surgery after the season.
He said, "I'm not going out."
No.
Siri like that.
Is that Siri?
Siri was like, "Yeah, I think he's tough too." All right, good.
But I mean, it's crazy. 14-0. I mean, hey, Coach Dan Pulick.
Yeah. Hey.
Did I butcher your name? I apologize if I did.
They're really good, and I'll tell you that defense is going to present problems for a lot of people. I'm telling you, I think they are so aggressive that you hope, and you know, it's hard to get on the referees in the sport that you're not very familiar with all the rules. Yeah, they're making so many changes as to how they're refereeing these games, but there's definitely been some games that we've gone to where the referees have been quick with the flag. And if they run into with the aggressive style they play, I see that being one of the weaknesses, which I think is one of the strengths in watching them. You just want to see people get laid out.
Hey, I always wait and never want anybody to get hurt. But there were some hits where I was ready to just explode. I said, make sure the guy's moving, everyone's breathing, getting up on his own power. But yeah, they were laying some wood out there.
There was a little bit of a flop in that game too. There was a little bit of a flop.
Major flop.
Yeah, there was
major flop.
And it was funny because when he got up and the referee came over to him, he looked at the referee and the referee just looked like he said, just go,
keep it moving.
Yeah. No, that was funny. They're gonna present problems. I would like to see them play Oakton.
Yeah.
Because I think Oakton's really aggressive
well,
like that
they may have
too.
to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Absolutely.
I had one I don't know if it was a parent or a staff member approached me at the game and said, "You guys sure do talk a lot about Briarwoods."
Yes, I do.
We're 14-0. I was like, you know what? You are.
You are. Hey, and we reached out to them. We were gonna do a bunch of stuff with them before the season.
They're in the zone.
They are in the zone. I'm not gonna mess them up. No.
I'm not messing up their method.
So no, parents don't think that it's a lack of us paying attention to them. We're paying plenty of attention to them.
We are.
But they got something going on over there, and we're not gonna jinx them for them.
Absolutely not.
No.
All right, so Patriot goes into the playoffs is on a positive note as you could possibly have.
You could say that.
South County and Yorktown. So boys and girls played each other this week, and you had a chance to check that out.
So I was out here for the girls' game.
Yep.
I had not seen the South County girls play this year. Saw them play a couple times last year. Shout out to Taylor Nason.
Absolutely.
The lacrosse and basketball alumni from South County. She had a great year at Monmouth for her basketball season too.
Is that right?
Great year.
Good.
Yeah, she's baby Barkley doing her thing.
Is that right? I love that. You're going to have her back on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what? Taylor Nason, when you're home, come back on the show.
Come on the show.
All right, so I get out here. It's Yorktown, South County. Yorktown, we talked about earlier in the year. Tomb Raider, Laura Crawford.
Right.
So I was like, all right, this is
such a great name.
Such a great name.
I love it.
So this game starts out, Yorktown jumps out to a 5-1 lead in a hurry.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, come on, South County. They said, what's going on? It was looking rough. It was senior night. You know what I'm saying? They had like the ceremony before. You're thinking, man, maybe there's a little letdown after the ceremony.
Oh yeah.
The game.
Emotions running high.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was about to get really ugly. I was like, man, this is not good. All of a sudden, back comes South County, 5-5 in a hurry. Gabby Salisbury, she had a ridiculous goal. Spin move, puts it on, comes down, scores.
Yeah.
It was just tremendous. Goes 7-5 halftime. Yorktown's up 7-5. It was 5-5. Yorktown comes right back. Laura Crawford again, boom, scores, puts them up 7-5 going to halftime. Laura Crawford is ridiculous. She was ridiculous in that game.
Right.
She is ridiculous, and she's got 200 plus goals in her career. I mean, there's periods of a game when you watch and you're like, I don't know how anybody's going to stop her, and I don't think anybody can. So she has stretches where there's nothing you can do with her.
Right.
Second half starts. I don't know what got into South County in the second half, but it was a totally different game.
Is that right?
Totally different game.
It must have been a heck of a speech.
Yeah, right? I should have claimed that I did that too.
That's right.
Well, so it goes from they go from being down 7-5 to being up 9-7 in like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. I mean, it seemed like no time.
It's crazy how that happens in this sport. We talked about it before, but you think something's going to be a blowout. Again, some lacrosse is a sport that it's hard to compare any sport with another sport, but you see so much of different sports in it. You see some of the physical play, depending on which side, from football, and then you see aspects of hockey, basketball, just kind of everything.
I see a lot of basketball in it, and that's what I think about when you see those runs, when somebody's down and then somebody comes on a run. That's what every time I think about that.
Right.
Well, in South County, they made that run. I mean, that second half, they just came out and they took control. And that run in the second half was sparked by Jess Mullaney and Emily Sullivan. Gabby Salisbury was great too. I think she had 4 goals in the game. But those two in the second half really kind of took control from the draw to like Emily Sullivan would get the draw, get it to Jess Mullaney, and it was, I mean, she was going to score.
Right.
It was awesome to watch. You just see a couple of players clicking together where they just kind of took over.
Gabby Salisbury has a familiar name.
It's an athletic family a little bit.
It is, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I had to make sure. I reached out to Mike the other day. I said, hey, is Gabby your sister? And he said, yeah, I heard she had a good game tonight. So it's a lot of, she's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Emily Sullivan's a sophomore.
It's crazy.
There's just talent all over this school, walking all over the place. It's awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Terrific.
Hey, I'll tell you, it's terrific. That's why you're always here. You feel like if you come to this school,
I'm going to be more talented.
That's right. It's working.
I don't know if it's working, but I am a little upset that John just gave away my whole secret here, why I'm here. So next time South County decides to lock the door on me, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to go back to being the least talented person around. So, well, at least I'm used to it. Yeah, the second half was totally different. They go on that run. They completely took control. From that point on until 1:30 left in that game, South County was in complete control.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was any chance they were going to lose the game from that point on. Until 1:30 left in the game. It's 14-11. They're up.
Right.
All of a sudden, Laura Crawford gets the ball, comes down, scores. 14-12. Comes back down, scores again on a shot that the shot was ridiculous. She just hauls back, whips it in. No chance I would have stood in front of that one either.
Right.
14-13, I look up at the clock. I was like, oh no. I look up at the clock, there's 9 seconds left. Not a whole lot you can do in 9 seconds. South County gets the ball, chucks it down to the other end of the field, clears it out so there's nothing that Yorktown can do. But that 14-13, it looked like
right.
If Laura Crawford had 10 more seconds, much like the dudes running in the hall right now.
It's like cattle running through here.
She would have had 10 more seconds, it would have been trouble.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she did everything she could to put that game back, to get that game back on to Yorktown. But South County goes on to win 14-13. They're going to be trouble in the playoffs. They've lost 3 games this year. That's it. And one was to Woodson. One was to Potomac Falls.
Right.
So 2 teams in the state finals last year.
Yeah. Need my credentials next time I go there.
Well, maybe.
That's okay.
But hey, shout out Tory Burks. Yeah, they're really good. Nobody's talking about them much.
Right.
Watch out. They're really good. They're really good. We actually had a chance to sit down with Emily Sullivan.
We did.
We had the whole
she got a round of applause after.
She did. That was great.
That's great.
That was great. Jess Mullaney, shout out to her, because she let me know the hair was all right before we started.
That's the key to this all.
Yeah, she's my new favorite player anywhere. Yeah. Helps when you score, I don't know, what'd she have? 4 goals and 3 assists in that game the other night?
That'll do it.
But when you tell me about my hair, it makes you even better
Push you
player.
over the top.
Yeah, no. So we had a chance to sit down with Emily Sullivan. Take a look. All right, Emily, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing great, doing great. You got a little heckling section over on the side there? That's awesome. Well, let's go back. We were here the other night for the Yorktown game. It wasn't looking good early on. You all were down 5-1. What kind of sparked the turnaround there? What did you all do differently?
Well, our coach called a timeout, and we all gathered up on the side, and our seniors took control of that meeting, and they said that this is our senior night, and we're playing for each other because we want this win, and we knew it was going to be a tough game going into it, and we didn't start off strong, but after that timeout we knew that we had to turn it on because we were playing for our seniors, because this was their last home game until this.
So they scared you into playing better? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
All right, good, good. Well, take us through the season a little bit. I mean, you all have only had 3 losses this year, and to a couple of the top teams in the area. Take me through the season a little bit. How's it been going for you?
Well, I think that every game we've really gotten stronger and we've grown more, and we've had a few setbacks with McLean and Woodson, but I think that since we've played them, we've really just gotten so much better, and we've learned that our team sometimes when we're not playing well together, we just have to really reset and come together. Sometimes Jess will pull the defense together and talk to them, or Kristen will take the offense and talk to them, and once we just reset and we know that we have to pick it up, then we can reset and start over.
Okay. Now, into the playoffs now. What is the team's focus? What do you want the team to focus on in the playoffs here?
Just playing our game the whole game. Sometimes we struggle with starting off strong, or sometimes we, in the Yorktown game, we started off a little weaker, and near the end of the game it started getting a little iffy, but I think that the biggest thing we need to focus on is playing the whole entire game and playing our game the whole time.
Okay. Now, where do you play in the off season? Where do you play club lacrosse?
I play for Crash.
Okay.
It's a new organization I just switched to.
Okay. And how much off time do you get from lacrosse? Throughout the year, how much off time do you get?
Not much.
Not much at all?
That's how I like it, yeah, not much.
Okay, good, good. Well, we talked a little bit before we started here. You verbally committed to Bucknell.
Yep.
What was it about Bucknell that made you you said that's it? I want to commit there.
Yeah, it was. I love the coaches. She was 100% real with me about how everything that goes on and everything they do there, and their main priority. I remember on my visit, we were walking through the classrooms and stuff, and my dad was asking about if they had any restrictions on majors, which was really big for me because I don't want to be restricted. And the assistant coach just said, you're not here to major in lacrosse, you're to major in what you want to major because this is your education. And it was just really important to me how they valued education and athletics. And the campus was beautiful, and I loved everything about it there.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, not bad to have that done as a sophomore, but the girls team here is doing really well. The guys team here is doing really well.
Yeah.
Is there competition between your two teams? Do you guys talk a little trash to each other? What goes on between the two teams?
Yeah, there's a little competition, but we support each other.
Yeah.
We're there at the guys' games supporting them. It's fun. It's fun to have both teams very successful.
Okay. And what's it like playing sports at South County?
It's a really competitive environment, and sports are a really big deal here, so we're always supported, and it's just fun playing sports here for everybody to come out to your games, and everybody loves watching the games, and they're all here to support no matter what.
Okay. Now, they've been relatively quiet over there. Who's the goofiest person on the team? Hopefully they're sitting over there right now.
Definitely Gabby.
Right. Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming out today. We can't wait to see how you all do the rest of the playoffs.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, very impressive young lady.
Yeah, when
She's only a sophomore.
You commit to Bucknell as a sophomore, yeah, that's impressive.
That's crazy.
Man. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, she completely took over that game on the draw in the second half.
That's awesome.
Her on the draw in the second half is what changed that game. Yeah, watch out.
Well, not to be outdone, the South County boys also played Yorktown.
They did at Yorktown. Yorktown not having quite the 12-3 year that South County was rolling into that game. But so they're quietly having a great year too. We talked about Patriot earlier, but South County's quietly having a great year. 12-3 rolling into that game, 8-0 in the conference. They were dominant from the start. I mean, there's no other way to say it. They jump out to a 6. Shout out to Sam Shuda for being out there, getting some shots for us. They 6-1 in the first quarter, 10-2 at half. They were dominant from the start. Connor Burrow, again, Nobody gets their. I'm terrible talking today.
I thought South County's talent was wearing off on you.
Apparently not. It's because you gave my secrets away. Now it's backfiring on me. But Connor Burrow gets his name said more than anybody in high school football history.
Yeah.
He had 2 goals and 2 assists in that game. Dylan Spalding, 4 goals and an assist. Usually he likes to pass the ball a bit. He must have just got a little greedy in that game. He went 4 goals and 1 assist.
Where's Dylan Spalding?
Where is Dylan Spalding?
Where is Dylan Spalding?
There you go. Shout out, Dylan. They have a dude, Hayes Tybel. I hope I'm saying his last name right.
I hope so too. It's a good name.
It is.
Yeah.
Not as good as his play.
Yeah?
Oh, this dude is ridiculous. He had 5 goals and 3 assists in the game. This man leads all of Nova with 51 goals.
Oh, wow.
That's almost 4 goals a game.
That's impressive because there's a lot of good players in this area.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is 4 goals a game. You're doing something. You're getting 4 goals a game.
you.
Genius analysis
That's
by
right.
me. They go on to win that game 13-4. South County into the playoffs. They're going to be tough. They're going to be tough.
They are going to be tough.
There's no other way to say it. They're going to be tough.
They have had a really good year.
They have. Somebody should probably put about 4 people on Hayes.
Yeah.
I don't know, 4 goals a game. Somebody might want to get on him.
Right. I want to run down a couple of schools we want to congratulate on their regular seasons also. South County obviously has had a great regular season we talked about. Patriot as well, finishing at 14-0. Oakton, Coach Jake Bullock, who's a friend of the show.
Absolutely.
12-3, huge win against Robinson.
Shout
Riverside,
out Jake Cole.
Yeah, absolutely. Riverside, Coach Nick Warwick, they're undefeated, 13-0.
They're ridiculous.
They're ridiculous.
They're ridiculous.
They got a lot of talent out there. Robinson, Coach Matt Karen, they're 12-2. They had lost to Oakton, then they lost to Landon. Which is, who doesn't? I think they're number 1 in the country
only number
right
1
now.
team in the country.
And a very competitive game for the second year in a row. Mm-hmm. South Lakes 11-1. Stonebridge, Scott Mitchell, he's got his team at 12-2. So, and then Briarwoods, of course, 12-1. Man, these playoffs are going to be ridiculous.
Briarwoods.
Yeah.
We'll be there next week.
That's right.
Shooting the Rebel Run Sports Show.
Freedom South Riding. They only have 1 loss this year.
To Riverside.
And Woodson. Hey, they had a tough act to follow coming off watching the boys basketball team this year.
Yeah.
And they're at 11-4, and they've had some highs and lows, but they'll be pretty good, pretty tough going into the playoffs.
Tough schedule too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one thing I'll give Woodson. They don't hide from anybody.
No.
They go and play everybody.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people now are questioning the fact that they put Briarwoods on, that anybody puts Briarwoods on the schedule.
Exactly.
But
I'll tell you what, the Woodson Cavalry, this is your call.
Man.
Playoff start. I'm looking for you. And I'm not doubting they're going to show up.
They always show up.
But I'm going to show up. I want to see the Cavalry.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
They're awesome. When we do our best student sections of the year, everybody else is going for second place.
I'm telling you, it's going to be called like the Cavalry Award.
Yeah, man, because they're that good.
Yeah.
Speaking of other scores,
yep.
When I was here at South County for the girls lacrosse game, there was a softball game going on too. Woodson was playing at South County. Woodson softball team not having the strongest year. South County, good. 15-2. It's like they're good at. They're just good all the time.
They are.
Like that softball team, they're good all the time.
Right.
They got Victoria Figueroa. She was 3 for 3 with 2 triples. 3 for 3 with 2 triples, a walk, and 3 runs in that game.
Yeah.
She's batting .526 on the year. That's insane.
Yeah.
4 doubles, 3 triples, 4 stolen bases, 7 home runs, 20 RBIs, and 29 runs.
Huh.
She's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, Victoria Figueroa, shout out to her.
Shout out.
She's been great. A couple other people that have been ridiculous this year.
Uh-huh.
Parkview's soccer team, they won states last year.
Shout out to the Parkview soccer team.
They lost the first game of the year 2-1. I don't even know how. They lost that game. They haven't lost since.
Yeah.
This dude, Abdulio Funes, 21 goals, 7 assists on the year. He's great. He had a 4-game stretch where he had 13 goals in 4 games.
That's insane.
He had back-to-back hat tricks.
That is insane.
He's tremendous, man. That guy is great. Speaking of great soccer, #1 team in the nation.
Dude, we got to get out there.
The Battlefield girls.
They probably don't want us messing up their mojo either.
They don't. And I've reached out to Coach over there.
Yeah, he's probably got like a no media clause.
Yeah, let's come and shoot the show.
No Twitter, no media, nothing.
Nothing. But
shit, they're #1 in the nation. And
#1 in the nation. You want to know why they're #1 in the nation? They're outscoring their opponents 94-3. They've given up 3 goals all year.
I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that they scored 94 or
They've only given up 3. It's amazing. Their scores: 8-0, 6-0, 6-1, 7-0, 11-0, 9-0, 8-0. It's amazing.
Yeah, and you know they're playing mercy ball in the second half.
Oh my goodness, yeah. All right. Craziest part about this team?
Yeah.
Their top 10 scorers: 1 senior, 1 sophomore, 4 juniors, 4 freshmen.
That's frightening.
Their leading scorer is a freshman.
Wow.
Two of their top 3 are freshmen. That means they're probably going to be #1 in the nation next year.
That's crazy.
It's insane. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
Crazy.
Crosstown rivalry. Amanda Neck, Patriot.
Yeah.
We've talked about her before. She's got 37 goals to lead Nova in goal scoring, obviously.
Did we ever get a final? I know that game got canceled. What was the final when they played?
3-1.
3-1?
Battlefield beat them 3-1.
Yeah.
Amanda Neck, I'm pretty sure she probably had the only goal scored in that game.
Yeah, that's impressive.
37 goals. The next 2 top scorers behind her, like not at her school, but in the area,
right,
combined for 38.
Wow.
So they've only got her. The 2 of them together only have her by 1 goal.
That's crazy.
Amanda Neck, you're amazing.
Come back on the show.
Come on the show, Amanda Neck. You're amazing.
Thomas Jefferson High School, TJ.
Oh no, were you
ranked #6 academic public high school in the country?
In the country, yeah.
That's impressive.
They're awesome.
It's great.
Yeah.
99.5% graduation rate.
Goodness. Man.
I know some people who should have went there.
Yeah. Wait, I also know some people who should not have went there.
Fair enough. You can see us every week on Comcast, Prince William County Channel 2, Reston Channel 28, Verizon Channel 28 in Herndon, and Cox Channel 23 in Herndon.
Oh, he's on the road today.
It's South County. It's South County.
The talent
is dripping and tipping.
Now you're not allowed to come back here anymore.
For Rob G and Papa, I'm John Moore. You can always see us on RuffleRunSports.com. See you next week.